The death penalty, also known as capital punishment, is a controversial subject in today's society. Everybody is kind of just either on the for it side or the not for it side, and it can be an interesting topic to talk about, which I'm going to be doing today. Um, the death penalty is when someone has done a heinous crime or um, thought to do a heinous crime, and the courts say that it is punishable by death. They consider that, and whether someone should choose life or death on someone, another human being, I don't think that should be a thing, mostly because of the hypocrisy of it. But I'm going to talk about that later. Um, and this should not be ignored. This is something that's extremely important and should be talked about, and it should be talked about in today's society. We can come to a conclusion where everybody is somewhat satisfied, to the best of the ability of America. Um, the death penalty has always been a form of punishment in the world, as long as history can tell, from crucifixion to beheading to um, hanging, public hangings. There was always been capital punishment and death, and when you do something wrong. So it's in history, unfortunately, in my opinion. But in America, it has become legal in 1990. States have been legally executing people since 1990. Um, and whether or not someone supports the death penalty, all depends on where they were raised, what they've seen, how they're morally or ethically, how their mind works morally or ethically. Um, um, I think the death penalty, me personally, I think the death penalty should be illegal. Um, because it seems very hypocritical, like I said, to kill someone. Let's say someone's a murderer, and then you kill them, then that make you a murderer, and then someone would have to kill you. It seems very hypocritical, and honestly, no human should play God like that over another human should another over another human's life. It shouldn't be that way. There are other alternatives when it comes to how to punish someone for doing a crime, and that shouldn't be it. Um, I take my viewpoint from a very empathetic side. Look at the person like that's a human being, and how I want to be treated in that situation. That's why I don't like it. That's why I decide to think it should. That's why I decide it should be illegal. Um, Again, unless it's self-defense. Self-defense is something different. Like it's either you or that person. That person's going to do physical harm on you. I do see that as you have the right to defend yourself, whether or not you kill them or not. Um, that's up to the person. Self-defense is a totally different section in the argument, but that's how I do feel about that. Um, Another reason I have my views on the death penalty and why it should be illegal is because of the falsely accused people that have died in the past, disproportionately African American and different minorities. When they were accused of a crime, they were automatically guilty and therefore were put to death. And then you later find that um, you later find that someone would wasn't guilty, and that's just not how America should be. Um, this should be different. Honestly, it should be different, and it further um, explains the theories on systematic racism in America and the different things that the racism it's built in societies, and it shouldn't be like that. So that's why. Um, Many states, though, still have the death penalty. I think it's 28 states that still have the death penalty of as of 2020, but many states don't have the death penalty, and that should say something on how two-sided this thing is. And it's best to just look at all the sides and really get to the bottom of what we want to do as a society in America. Um, when it comes to the death penalty or capital punishment, there's just too many errors that can go wrong when accusing people and deciding what needs murder and what doesn't need murder. And yes, I say murder because it is murder. Um, it's too much to think of. Um, and it's not just me. There's a lot of people that think it's ethically and morally wrong to have the death penalty, and that says something. And like I said before, if I always put myself in the shoes of a person. Like if I was on death row, would I want, and I didn't commit the crime, would I want to be murdered and without even having any say on anything? That shouldn't be right. That's why I don't support something like that. People need to have empathy when it comes to the subject and really put themselves in someone's shoes and realize that they wouldn't like what they are telling, what they are saying of should happen. It just is, people wouldn't like it if it was them. You need to bring it to a personal level to really see if it's okay, ethically or morally. And that's what I go by. That's what drives me to make the decisions that I do. Is if I was in a position, would I want that to happen to me? I wouldn't want that to happen. But unfortunately, the death penalty or different forms of capital punishment will most likely always be in America, and I think that that should change. I think it should be abolished, and it should be a different option when it comes to punishment and doing those crimes. Because of the systematic racism that its background has, and the people that were killed wrongfully in the death penalty. Thank you very much.